After years of development limbo, Netflix's live-action adaptation of the classic 1980s video game Dragons, Lair might finally be gaining momentum, with a major director potentially attached. According to The Hollywood Reporter, filmmaker James Bobin, best known for helming 2011's The Muppets and its 2014 sequel Muppets Most Wanted, is currently in talks to direct the fantasy-adventure film. Bobin's most recent feature was 2019's Dora and the Lost City of Gold, and if this deal goes through, Dragon's Lair will mark a significant return to the big screen for the British director. The project has been in development at Netflix since at least 2020, when the streaming giant officially acquired the rights to the beloved arcade title. Reynolds is set to star as the game's brave but bumbling protagonist, Dirk the Daring, and is also producing the film through his company, Maximum Effort, alongside Roy Lee, It Barbarian, of Vertigo Entertainment. From choose-your-own-adventure to classic fantasy. Initially, Dragon's Lair was conceived as a choose-your-own-adventure-style movie, in the same vein as Netflix's 2018 interactive film Black Mirror, Bandersnatch. Producer Roy Lee previously revealed that the original script ran a whopping 400 pages to accommodate multiple branching storylines and outcomes. However, Netflix ultimately scrapped the interactive concept, opting instead for a more traditional, linear narrative. That shift has helped bring the long-gestating film closer to production, especially with Bobin now potentially at the helm. A cult classic with legendary roots. First released in arcades in 1983, Dragon's Lair was a groundbreaking video game thanks to its fully animated, hand-drawn visuals. It was designed by former Disney animator Don Bluth, known for classics like The Land Before Time, An American Tail, and The Secret of Nim. The game stood out at the time for combining cinematic animation with quick-time event gameplay, a format that made it feel more like an interactive cartoon than a traditional game. The story follows Dirk the Daring, a somewhat clumsy but courageous knight who must rescue Princess Daphne from an evil dragon inside a perilous castle filled with traps, puzzles, and bizarre creatures. The franchise later spawned sequels and even a 2002 3D remake, but a feature film adaptation has been elusive until now. Netflix's growing video game universe. If Dragon's Lair moves forward with Bobin directing, it will join an expanding roster of video game adaptations at Netflix. The streamer has found major success with animated series based on games, including Castlevania, the critically acclaimed Arcane, based on League of Legends, Cyberpunk, Edgerunners, and Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft. Live-action adaptations, however, remain a riskier bet. With Dragon's Lair, Netflix appears to be banking on the nostalgic power of the original arcade game, combined with Ryan Reynolds' comedic charm and Bobin's experience blending fantasy, adventure, and family-friendly humor. What's next for Dragon's Lair and the Muppets director? While Bobin hasn't directed a theatrical Muppets film since 2014, he's remained active in family entertainment. Most recently, he worked on Disney Plus projects like The Mysterious Benedict Society and has been linked to other family-friendly IP. Dragon's Lair would be a fitting addition to his resume, combining the retro appeal of a cult video game with his knack for whimsical storytelling. No production timeline has been announced yet for Dragon's Lair, but with a new director in sight and the format finally locked in, it seems Netflix is ready to bring Dirk the Daring's animated legacy to live-action life.